So I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year 2022. This is the year that has been laid for miracles, blessings, abundance. So enjoy it. So I'm gonna 2019 changed me. 2020 broke me. 2021 opened my eyes. Got some insight, some deep understanding, and this is the year that everything comes together. And this is the year that we raise a storm. We will raise a storm. Not a bad storm. Not a storm that floods and destroys, but a storm that will get rid of drought. A storm that will fill the land in a good way. So we are coming back. We are back. And we are going to do what is already being transpired right now. So I want to talk about darkness and a couple other things in here. This is going to be some advice to some people that watch this. At this point, I think it's become crystal clear and obvious that the number one thing you should strive for, aside from, again, self-love and inner peace, opening your heart, freeing your mind, is getting a mind of your own. Until you get a mind of your own, you're gonna be recycling watered down BS that low-level spirituality, religions, philosophers, etc. has spewed out over the years, and it just keeps getting recycled. That's one thing that shocked me. I will go into that. I had a experience not too long ago to where it was essentially I was shown the way I view myself and why I view myself that way. And while this was going on, I saw this dark figure. Now, this dark figure was me, and then it turned around, and there was light coming out of the eyes and the mouth, like extreme light. It was me, Blake. It looked extremely scary, and I ran. However, if it does happen again, I know how to take care of this, and it solves all the problems. Give it a hug. Tell it you accept it, love it, and forgive it. And you would want nothing more than a homecoming with it, a reunion with it. So, but yes, I saw darkness. I saw why I viewed myself that way, and then I heard the most angelic voice ever say, "That's not the way you really are. That's just the way you look at yourself. And this is why you look at yourself this way." And then I was shown the massive amount of light that I was overlooking, so it worked out wonderfully and beautifully. So really what I'm getting at is I want to talk about getting a mind of your own again, and I want to talk about dealing with this darkness. So my best advice is to get a mind of your own. Deal with that in you. Deal with the trauma, deal with the hurt, deal with the pain. Do not distract yourself. Do not distract yourself. Let me repeat. Do not distract yourself. Everything is a distraction for the most part. And the human mind's favorite thing to throw at you is distractions, co-opted to make it seem like it's something serious or important. So, and this is no judgment on my end. I think there's a lot of people out here who want to go down this road, but they're not really serious about it because they're too busy. They're still too stuck in the matrix, or they're still too caught in opinions of the world and others, and they're still too concerned what others may think of them or what's right and wrong and all this bullshit. I challenge anyone that's watching this video to sit down and don't distract yourself while you're doing this. I mean, legitimately sit down. Write down 5 things you believe are right, 5 things you believe are wrong, and then write down 10 things you see that could be something in society that's screwing it up or it's bad or whatever. Really write these down and think through in your mind. Why do I think this is bad? And why do I think this is good? Then, if you're brutally honest and sincere, you will come to the conclusion that you are still programmed, you do not have a mind of your own, and you essentially went from one box to another box to another box because it's the game the mind plays. So, and I also want to the darkness. Now, this is something, the darkness, again, I've made the claim several times, the darkness is there for very specific reasons. Embrace it. Now, when I say darkness, I don't mean evil, like an evil darkness. I mean like the shadow, sort of, like where you need balance, the yin and the yang. I'm not talking about good and evil in this sense. I'm talking about light and dark, like for there to be balance and there to be... In order for you to perform and be at the highest level possible, the shadow has to be integrated to have balance. You see what I'm saying? Too much light is not a good thing. Too much darkness is not a good thing. So you need the balance there. So, but when I'm talking about darkness, I don't mean necessarily like effects of the human mind, such as like depression and anxiety. When I'm talking about darkness, I'm talking about like your shadow self, something that you're probably afraid of because you got sucked into the light by the world telling you all this shit. So you have to... It's crazy, man. Like, and I'm not making fun or judging, and it's gonna sound like it, but I don't care. It's just I'm telling you how I see it. Intermediate and below of spirituality down into religion and atheism is legitimately stuff you want to stay away from. Now, once you break past the intermediate and you can go on up these levels, that's where you want to hang out at with these spiritual people and talk to them, because I personally believe that the road to hell is paved with cruel intentions. Cruel intentions. And in fact, let's say out of all the roads that were paved that ended up leading to hell, I would say 75% of them were laid with cruel intentions. So, now, that old saying, the road to hell's paved with good intentions, is valid, because if you sit back and watch and listen to some of these spiritual people and their idea of terraforming this, you might as well say, is tyranny. It is. They expect everyone to be in the same box as them, to believe the same shit they believe, to go along. You know, you. And again, I love yoga and meditation. I'm not speaking harshly on yoga and meditation, but if your whole shit is, I'm doing some yoga, I'm doing some meditation, I got some kombucha tea, I got these crystals over here, and I'm so obsessed with my looks and my body that I have a giant overinflation of an ego, but I'm going to joke it off and laugh it off like I really don't. And, you know, we're going to fight some cabal and reptilians, and there's like dark ones everywhere, and come to my retreats. You know, give me a couple grand, come to my retreats, and I'll guide you. Or, you know, I'm selling you a book course for $100. Hell, you can go to 5D. We don't want anyone left behind. Do you see the problem there? Do you see the issue with this? So these people get stuck in this way of thinking, and truthfully, I think it's more of an ego thing myself, but who am I to make that call? But the thing is, you have people... I got invited to a Twitter group. Shout out to Sean. And dude, I love that Twitter group. I love the people in the Twitter group. Amazing conversations. But I'm not much of a Twitter person. So I got on Twitter and I see all these things from different people that I guess people like or retweet or just pops up in my feed. And I sat there and I'm thinking, this right here is why nothing is getting done, because everyone's just fucking mentally masturbating to what they believe utopia would be, instead of trying to come around like a round table and fix the problems in general, because most people don't have a mind of their own, so they're going on programming. And the problem is, if we don't break this programming and snap out of the cycle, it will continue. Look back in human history. School system, political system, judicial system, criminal system, college, all these things are just going to keep repeating and repeating and repeating. It's bullshit. It's outdated. It didn't work to begin with, and it still doesn't work, but you still have people that will point this out and say we need to unite and all this, but they will still divide themselves within other spiritual groups, within things they deem to be good or bad or wrong or whatever. And what I'm telling you is, you need to get your mind to a point to where it is one simple thing: do unto others. And you actually know what that means, because you do unto yourself. And it shouldn't matter to you if someone's an atheist. It shouldn't matter to you if someone's a Christian. It shouldn't matter to you if someone's a lesbian or a transsexual. It shouldn't matter to you what the fuck anyone does in their life, as long as it is not affecting someone negatively. I'm going to tell you how to win. I've told you how to win this multiple times, and you're doing it, by the way. But let me tell you how to really win. Get a mind of your own. Be a generous and kind person to yourself and others. Set back and do not get upset or tore up or worried or bothered by other people's thoughts, opinions, beliefs, what they think are good or bad, etc. Do what you need to do to make you happy, and let other people do what they need to do to make them happy again, as long as it's not negatively affecting others. Back to this road to hell paved with good intentions. I see this now. I see this. I see it with all these spiritual people thinking they're... Listen. Self-love, inner peace, unity. That's what we're after. We're not going to get that with you thinking you're better than others, or you thinking that you're more advanced than others and that the world is crumbling down around you because it's not living up to your moral or ethical standards. I myself did this, so I'm not preaching down to anyone. I'm just trying to open your eyes if you're watching this and you're in this mindset. Probably what you think is good and bad is not bad or good. And probably that's been told to you, and probably you repeated it, and probably you're programmed, and probably this may sound like I'm personally attacking whoever, because see, there's no one in particular in my mind I'm speaking this towards. This is just me, from me speaking with people, me seeing, hearing stories others told me, seeing things online, from me seeing things in other videos of and it's like, dude, I don't even care if you believe anything I'm telling you. You should trust and believe me, because it would fucking benefit you tremendously. But my thing is, I'm not trying to push anything on you at all. The only thing I'm trying to push on you is, hey, trust yourself. Hey, believe in yourself. Hey, love yourself. Hey, gain peace within yourself. And go out here and be kind to others. Be an example. And get a mind of your own. So, I'm really hoping people's eyes open up this year. Or I know they will. Because I'm just telling you, looking back now, I did not have a mind of my own. And that shocked the shit out of me. It shocked me so badly that I am now hesitant to even speak or insinuate certain things and say certain things, because I don't want to influence anyone's mind in a negative way. And when I say I didn't have a mind of my own, like, when it comes to my message and my core belief, because I believe it to be true, I don't even want to say it's a belief. I just am going to say it's truth. When it comes to that I am you talking to you, and we're sitting here just pretending to be humans, and there's something far more special about you than you know. You're just under a spell right now. Magic's real. This reality right here is the spell of magic. And I'm going to touch on nothing is impossible, because it isn't. Really think about this very, very thoroughly. What we're doing right now is quite literally impossible. But here we are doing it. Well, what do you mean this is impossible? Well, no matter which way you look at this, the stories you've been told about how we're doing this, it's impossible. We are in a physical reality, divided, multiple people. We're able to think. We have brain. We have eyes, senses. We have the ability to think, speak, communicate. We have the ability to solve complex issues, problems. We can retain memory. We can even remember things from the future. We're made up of cells and shit. We're 99% not there, empty space. This is so fucking preposterous and so fucking impossible that this right here alone, the fact that we are doing this right here, right now, is indication enough alone that nothing is impossible. Literally, what we are doing right now is impossible. And I want to give a shout out to my brother Luca. Me and him, for me, almost 3 years, Dark Knight's fucking done. For him, almost 2, Dark Knight's done. And another thing that's impossible is what me and him just did, because research the Dark Knight. And when I say research, I don't mean just look at a couple stories. I mean research. Let's look at what these people that say they went through the Dark Knight experienced, what they're claiming it to be, and how long it took them. And then you will understand that that was goddamn impossible what me and him did, because we went above, and it's going to sound egotistical, arrogant, I don't go fuck it, it's not. Because we went above, in my humble opinion, what these people were claiming, far beyond it. In 7, and in his case, 8 years less time. That's impossible. But we done it. Me uploading this video on a telephone and sending signals into the sky to get onto a server called YouTube, and then it pop up and you watch this, is fucking impossible. Everything we do on a daily basis pretty much is impossible. It's magic at its very finest essence. It's just people want to demystify the mystical. So you can do that, by the way. This is set up in such a way that if you really want to demystify the mystical, you can just keep asking questions and you'll get answers, but you'll realize those answers make no sense, and then it splits into, well, here's enough evidence to say it's wrong, here's enough evidence to say it's right. It's all on me about what I decide and believe. That's essentially how this is set up. So I do want to say it's a game of form and the play of life. I am you talking to you. I have always and will always be you talking to you, because that is all there is. It's us. It is us. Listen clearly. It is us. We tell each other stories. Well, first we create illusions. Then we tell each other stories. Have an experience. Tell each other more stories. Wake up. Like starting to wake up. Snap out of it. Guided to get a mind of your own and get into alignment. Wake up and enjoy this. Heaven on earth. 1,000 years. So I'm going to end this. I want to say I am very grateful and thankful for the miracles that flow into my life. I'm very grateful and thankful for the self-love. I'm very grateful and thankful for the inner peace. I'm very grateful and thankful for the freedom. I'm very grateful and thankful for abundance beyond my wildest dreams. I'm very grateful for letting me win the lottery. And I'm very grateful for you. I love you. It's time. Not it's about time. Not, oh, it's right there, get it. It's time. We're here.